Ladies and gentlemen, never before in American history has there been a regime of this nature, with so many trial lawyers running so many things they know so little about, with a president who has absolutely no executive experience, a president who has never led a platoon, let alone a company, let alone a brigade, let alone an army, who is now the commander-in-chief. And I want to talk about that. It came to me the other night. I was watching something on TV, and I won't tell you what it was because it's not relevant. And I realized that this man had seized total power of a country. They become not only the president of the country, but also the commander of the armed forces. This man, of course, is now the commander of the armed forces, even though he's obviously never fired so far as I know, a Daisy BB gun. This is something wrong with the United States government, the way it's structured, that the chief executive has so much power. The president was never supposed to be a king or a sovereign. The president was never supposed to have so much power. I could see him being the chief executive if he's competent in some executive practices, such as he built a billion-dollar company on his own. This man's never, ever built anything on his own. He's only shuffled papers and accepted grants and awards because he's such a sterling genius. All right, so we're stuck with him. But how can you have confidence in this man as commander-in-chief of the United States military when the man has never had any military experience? Why should our president have such extraordinary and absolute powers over so many aspects of our survival? Did you ever ask yourself these questions? And these questions are not limited to Obama only, by the way. Why should any president have such powers? Why is there such a belief in this country that a single man can know so much? That he can not only be the smartest of all businessmen that ever lived, that's why he's the chief executive, but he's the most heroic and the most visionary of all generals that ever led men, etc., and so on. Something's wrong with this picture. George Washington, he is not. This government is in such trouble, and we the people are in bigger trouble because we support this gang. And unless we change the structure of this government, in other words, the structure of the government is the problem. A two-party system, two gangs cutting up the spoils, well, look what it's led to. A president called Obama and senators like Dodd who take stimulus money and give it to an Indian gambling casino, all in the name of job creation.